Albert, it's only been not even 2 months, I think, since the season ended. But how different do you feel this team looks now than it did, or were you just back where we were? How do you feel?
I mean, I wouldn't say it's changed drastically, to be honest with you. You know, obviously, a few guys actually gone, a few new faces that I'm sure we'll see. You know, maybe in Spain or after the trip. So, yeah, it's not drastic changes. You know, the way we want to play is still the same. You know, the structure and ideas, the big ones are the same. You know, and it's just keep working on them. You know, and improve from the mistakes that we made last year, especially in the final game of the season, and you know, look to have a better year than last year.
What do you need to do to score more goals?
Personally, or as a team?
We'll go micro, macro, both.
Yeah, I mean, scoring goals maybe was an issue, especially halfway through the season last year when we went through that rough spell, and you know, those things might happen again. Obviously, we don't want them to last as long, but you know, we won't score 2-3 goals every game. But you know, it's just improving on last year, so being a bit better, scoring more goals, and then at the same time being as good or if not better defensively than we were last year. No, because I felt like that was a key to our success through the rough patch when we went and we weren't, you know, winning many games. Not giving up goals is important, you know, and it takes a whole team to score goals, but also to defend, you know. So we'll look to improve on both sides.
And you're talking about transition, because obviously your defense was good, was
yeah.
one of the top two. So you're talking about defending in transition and turning that.
No, I'm saying obviously we need to score more goals, but at the same time, you know, we need to be as good as we were last year defensively, because that was important, and I felt like that helped us massively finish second in the West.
At times, the narrative was that you were somewhat the successor of Nicolas Ladero. Do you feel any added pressure, anything else that you need to do now that Nico's not here, or how do you take that sense of Nico not being here, now you being that cam, that presence up top?
No, I mean, I don't feel any more pressure. I came here and I played with Nico, you know, and we won Champions League together, so we actually played together a lot more than when one of us didn't play, you know. So you know, we don't need to talk about Nico, you know. Legend, you know, look like his stats, trophies, how many he won with the Sounders. So, you know, that's all that he did, and I don't think, you know, it's going to add any more pressure to me or to whoever comes in next or whoever will take the number 10 next. You know, those are the things that you guys like to talk about. But the way I look at it, you know, he was a great teammate, and now, you know, it's going to be on the players that are going to be in those positions, you know, and if it is going to be me for the most part, then, you know, I'm actually looking forward and you know, and want to be just as successful for the club.
Is there a different vibe to the fact that you might not be the 10? Or is that kind of what I heard? You kind of know that there's potential. No. There's change. You'd be open.
No, but the way you say it is so obvious. You know, we need to be humble.
All right.
Is the vibe different at all? Just like the aura around the team without Nicolas Ladero here for the first time in many years?
I mean, we've only been here for like 3-4 days, you know, so it's still a lot of new faces, a lot of new guys. You know, we're still trying to get everyone's name right, you know, and all this kind of stuff. So it's, you know, I'm sure it's really good for the young guys, you know, to spend preseason with the first team as well. And yeah, it's been a short amount of time, I guess, you know, to be looking at it that way. Yeah.
What are your impressions of the new guys on this team? Nathan, for example, John, you know, of the new guys who you're learning the names of.
Yeah, no, I mean, those two guys, you know, we played against Nathan probably not just once, but more time. It's more for the, you know, the guys from the academy that come to train with us and all that. But, you know, all the guys have been, you know, kind of fitted in nicely. You know, nobody, you know, looks too far from it, or nobody is, you know, too shy. You know, we always say this is, you know, a good group of players, you know, and kind of the atmosphere in the locker room has been good so
Have
far.
you watched any highlight tapes with Pedro de la Vega yet?
No.
Going back to the goal thing, I'm sorry, just on your ability and your creativity to score inside the box and then take the long shots, is that something you've thought about doing more this season?
Yeah, I mean, of course, you know, going back to the questions before, you know, being the number 10 or the attacking midfielder, the higher you are up the field, the more you're going to get in those chances, right? To shoot and to be closer to the goal. And I feel like that's where I had success when I first came to MLS, playing that number 10 and being more advanced on the field and a bit more dangerous for the goal. Compared to when I first came here and I was kind of more deeper midfielder. But I always go back to, I can play both positions and both require to do something else, for the team and for the team to be successful. I can't play number 6 the way I would like to play number 10 because then I'm not helping my team. So, it really depends on the position and, this year I'm hoping to be, higher up the field and kind of going off, where I left off towards the end of last year.
Is there any sort of mentality change that comes with coming into this preseason as opposed to the last couple of preseasons where you kind of knew you were going to be farther back in the field?
No, I mean, I'm excited to play, man. I'm excited to play whatever I play. So yeah, I wouldn't say it's different, but someone may be deep down knowing that, there'll be a lot more opportunities to play higher up the field. This is kind of exciting.
Was there ever any doubt that you were coming back last year? Like, did you know that you were, were you pretty dead set on coming back, or what was the thought process like of that whole thing?
No, it think it was pretty straightforward, I would say,
When kind of going off his previous question, is there anything when you look at your 2023 season and what's coming up, is there anything in particular that you're hoping to do better, that you're working on the field, that you're working on to just be better this season? Yeah, I mean, that's the goal, right? We all work and we train every day to be better. We don't train just because we don't want to be at home with our families or something. But it's a whole list of things. What I want to be personally better at last year, and it's almost like you aim to be better at everything the last year, whether it's set pieces or or being a leader of this team. Helping young guys make sure that they're learning and helping them with anything they need. And their goals and assists and all that. Being healthy. So it's a whole list of things that I'm trying to be better.
Going back to the whole Pedro de la Vega talk, with the knowledge that you have, how do you think he's going to fit into the squad whenever he gets?
I'll be honest with you, I ain't seen a lot of him. Obviously, I followed in the offseason the rumors and the transfer speculations, and I feel like it's done now. We did hear he had a little injury with the Argentina national team. I'm hoping he'll come in Marbella in Spain, and then we'll get to meet him. We'll get to see him on the field, and I'm sure everybody, all the guys will help him to kind of settle in, and we're just excited as you guys are probably to do an interview with him. Right?
Do you like the fact that you guys are going to Spain because it's different? Because it's just
100%. Yeah.
What's it like playing in the
Better than
day
this?
Wednesday?
No, this is actually great. Today is great, but the past 2 days have been awful. We trained here and we couldn't even kick a ball because the water was just, the field was flooded and we had to end up running instead of playing, and that's not fun.
What can you get out of trainings like that when the ball isn't even moving?
Not a lot. Not a lot.
That's what I was gonna kind of ask. Is like, what's the focus then? I guess on a sloppy field like that that you guys had Wednesday.
Yeah, I guess the coaches are looking for kind of mentality, and how people deal with when something's not going your way. So
That's fair.
in that sense, it was good. But other than that, it was.
aside from the climate, is that the level of competition, different soccer styles, right, with teams from Europe, is that just...
Yeah, that will be good for us. I think, it'll be kind of, I wouldn't say a new experience because we played CONCACAF, we played teams, from different parts of the world, the Club World Cup. So, I feel like every part of the world has something different. And playing some European sides will be good for us in the preseason. You kind of, when you keep playing the MLS teams in preseasons, you kind of get, over it a little bit because you're going to face them 2-3 more times in the league. And every player and how they play and all that. So I think it's nice to play some European teams that will get to play in Spain and, get us ready for the start of the season because it's not that far away.